These two things run the exact same app. This one is 2 gigabytes and takes 30 seconds to start. This one is 50 megabytes and starts before you finish blinking. Same app, same result. So what makes the container 40 times lighter? Everyone says a container is just a lightweight virtual machine. That's wrong. And the real answer is way more interesting. It's normal process being light too. Start with the problem containers exist to solve. Your app never runs alone. It depends on a specific version of a language, specific library, specific system settings. On your laptop, all of that is exactly right, so it works. Then you ship it to a server where the versions are slightly different and it breaks. Works on my machine isn't a joke. It's a dependency problem. So the fix is obvious. Don't just ship the app. Ship the app with the entire environment, sealed in a box. One way to seal that box is a virtual machine. You take your app and give it a whole computer, a complete operating system of its own running on a hypervisor that pretends to be hardware. And it works. The environment is locked in. But look at the weight. Every virtual machine carries a full operating system, gigabytes of kernel and system files just to run one app. Boot free on them and you are booting free entire computers. Slow, heavy, redundant. The app is tiny, the machine around it is enormous. There has to be a better way. Here is the better way, and the part that flips how you see Docker. Forget the whole computer idea. Your computer already has one operating system kernel running, and every program on it, your browser, your editor, is just a process sitting on that shared kernel. A container is not a second computer, it's just another process. The same kind as your browser running directly on the kernel you already have. No guest OS, nothing virtualized. So it's just a normal process. Why does it feel like a sealed private machine? Because the Linux kernel takes it three specific lies. Lie number 1. What it can see handled by Linux namespaces, and it's the heart of the trick. When the kernel starts a container, it gives the process its own private view of the system. Take process IDs. On a real machine, your process knows it's one of 300. Inside a PID namespace, the container sees only itself. It genuinely believes it's the process number 1, the only thing running. Same with the network. Its own interface, its own local host, its own ports, as if it's owned the whole stack. Same with the file system. It sees a root directory / but that root is really just a folder on your host dressed up to look like the whole disk. Hostname, users, processes, all namespaced. From the inside, it looks like a dedicated machine. From the outside, it's one process wearing blinders the kernel painted to look like the sky. Lie number 2. What it can use. Namespaces control what a container sees. Control groups, cgroups, control what it's allowed to consume. Without them, one greedy container could eat all the memory on the host and serve every other one. Cgroups put a hard cap on each. You get one CPU core and 500 megabytes of RAM, no more. It's the kernel quietly mattering the utilities for every tenant, so one bad neighbor can't take down the building. Lie number 3. The file system it thinks it owns. This is where Docker images come in, and why they are so small and fast. An image isn't one big disk, it's built in layers stacked like transparent sheets. Start from a base, say a minimal Ubuntu. Install Node, that's a new layer on top. Copy your app code, another layer. Add config, another. Every instruction in your Docker file adds one read-only layer. And here is the clever part. Layers are shared and cached. Pull a second image built on the same base, and Docker reuses the layer it already has, so it's tiny and instant. When the container runs, Docker drops one thin, writable layer on top. Your changes go there. The layers underneath stay frozen and reusable. It's basically version control for a file system. So watch what actually happens when you type docker run. No machine boots. Instead, Docker stacks the image layer and adds the writable one. The kernel wraps the process in namespaces. The blinders applies cgroups, the limits, and starts your process inside the illusion. That's it. Milliseconds, not minutes. Megabytes, not gigabytes. No computer was created, a process was just born believing it's alone in the world. Next week, we leave the fundamentals behind and start a new series on how AI actually works, beginning with the thing quietly draining your wallet, tokens. If this finally made containers click, hit subscribe and be honest in the comments. Did you think a container was a tiny VM? See you next week.